It's almost like a fireside chat. Hello, everybody. Story time. Blower. 57. There's a 4-speed in there. I'll show you later. Okay, so story time today. Um, so this involves a Chevelle, 71 Chevelle. Cameron owned it at this time. Had a small block in it, legit LT1, I think the 330 horse. Automatic, turbo 350. Had two 73s and a 10 bolt. And then we were running flaking Krager old mags on it. Had quarters, I think, replaced or something. And it looked like a calico cat. Headers and, cherry bombs and, long pipes, the ones that bolted on the collector. Cameron was driving. It's his car. And we had another buddy, Jason, that had a 68 Chevelle. It was real pretty. Gorgeous, like a bronze green metallic, but so dark it was almost black. But it was gorgeous, like a real pretty color. I've never seen it before or since. Oh, the light's not on. I did notice that. I'm gonna change that right now. Lava lamp. Okay, back to the story. Had to turn the lamp on. Anyway, Jason and his Chevelle was real pretty. He worked at let me lay this out for you. So in Sparks, Nevada, there's like a Wild Waters water park. In the same parking lot, this huge, brand new, fresh, black top parking lot. You can see where this story's going. On this side, the water park's here. On this side was like a go-kart track. And down in this front of the parking lot was like a miniature golf place. And Jason worked at the go-kart track. So we show up over there and, it's got all these spots and it's big. It's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 football fields maybe in size, like, 2 this way or 3 this way. And it's pretty big. It was big for lots of cars. Water park was big. The parking lot was huge. It was several hundred yards long and, couple 200-300 yards wide, maybe 500 yards wide, and it was just a big square. And there was like a road that went up the one edge of it, and you went into these, the parking area. It was big old fresh blacktop, cool. It was really cool. So we go in by the miniature golf, down over to the front entrance of the go-kart track, which is over here, and Jason's parked in one of the stalls, and we go along the fence and park next to him. We go in and we ride go-karts and messing around or whatever. And we decide to leave, and Cameron decides he's gonna torch it off right here. He's gonna lay some rubber up this thing. So he stalls her up, and of course the Chevelle has no problem breaking the 275/60s loose. One, and I think he made it into like third gear. In fact, going up a slight uphill grade on this parking lot, he was rolling into this thing pretty good, like rolling into it. The kind of burnout where, you guys know what I'm talking about, where you hit the gas harder and the car slows down. Third gear, wide open, screaming. This thing's roasting. So it's smoking this 265, 60 all the way up, across, and down. And then we catch the entrance road and we leave and go out. And we're 16, 17, something like that, and we decided that was pretty good, gnarly, smoky burnout. The place looked like it was on fire. That's cool. We should go check that back out. So, of course, we spin right back around and head back. As we head back into the parking lot, somebody in a Jeep comes across us, or a Bronco or something. Hold on a second. Molly, quit. Sorry about that. People were walking by the house. So we get stopped by a chick and some dude, I think, or something, in a Jeep or a Bronco. I don't remember what it was, but they're not happy. And they're yelling at Cameron, who is driving, not me, about how we ruined the parking lot. look at all this stuff. The parking lot's dug up, and he dug pretty good. I mean, he laid across some lines, and it was rolling. Um, yeah, he dug pretty good. He's like, "That you're out in your parking lot? Those are my tires I left all over. My tires are ruined." And they got in this little argument, and he decides we're gonna leave. So we bail and leave and head off down the street. And I think they chased us for a little while. I don't remember what happened, but we evaded them. Anyway, our poor buddy Jason, who we didn't think about this, who worked at the go-kart track, who these people owned the whole complex. Of course, he got in a little bit of trouble. I don't know if they threatened to fire him or what, but he never gave us up or anything about us, and because the police never got a hold of us. But that was that was a pretty good time. If I'm honest, it was a good burnout. What a really good one. That one legger. Oh man, that thing could rip. It could rip. I mean, really rip. But anyway, um, yeah. Oh man, we ended up swapping the motor out of that car because the Mallory Unilite, the eye went bad, and I think we thought the head gasket went bad, so we yanked that motor out and got an engine out of an Outlaw sprint car, one of those wing sprint cars, and stuck that in there. I probably told you about that. It was like 13-1 or something stupid. But yeah, that's how we found out the motor was really built. I think we sold it to a guy, and he took it apart and was like, "Oh man, this is a real LT1." Turned out that Chevelle, probably had a real LT1. I don't know if it was the original motor. We don't know. But yeah, it was dumb. We were such dumb kids. We did lots of dumb stuff like that. One more dumb thing. I'll tell you this story too. It's a short, quick one. Had nothing to do with Cameron. I always found stuff to do when Cameron wasn't around because, he was probably visiting his girlfriend or whatever. Stupid girlfriend. He didn't have time for me or whatever. So I had to go entertain myself. So one day I came with some entertaining time to being like, so the police, we were always warned, stay away from downtown Reno, like Virginia Street. Stay away from Virginia Street. Just do whatever you want. The cops will tell us. Just stay out of the casinos and stay away from Virginia Street. Well, yeah, what's the first place I'm going to go? Casino. But this one happened to be the casino parking lot. I came up with this crazy idea to, back then, cars had hubcaps. Remember that? 14-inch, 15-inch. That was pretty much standard. You could find them on a minivan. You could find them on a Ford LTD. You could find them on whatever. And so I had this crazy idea to steal hubcaps. But I wasn't stealing them for profit or to take them off premises. I stole hubcaps off cars off all the floors and then replaced them back on the cars. So like the LTD on floor 1 had a hubcap off of a minivan off of floor 4 on one wheel, and something else off of floor 3 on the other wheel, and vice, like that's what happened. So customers would come, and my idea was I thought it was funny. Customers would come out and they'd see their car out of the casino, drunk or whatever, and hop in their LTD and drive home, and it's got 4 different hubcaps on it, and none of them were the original hubcap. Same with the minivan, same with whoever. Like, I was doing that while trying to evade the security guy. He's pretty sneaky, but I was sneakier. It was dumb. It was really dumb. It was dumb. Doing that as a kid, and gosh, I put people through a hard time. If anybody watching this remembers me or any of that stuff like that, I am sorry. I am so sorry I put you people through that. My parents, my friends' parents, my girlfriends, their parents, teachers, the police, security guards, cocktail waitresses, servers at restaurants, judge, jury, whatever. I made life hard on people. It was entertaining for me, but it was hard on people. That's about the only regret. I don't regret doing any things I did. I regret how it affected other people. Let that be a lesson to you young guys, girls. Like I said, the decisions you're making now will affect you the rest of your life, and they'll also affect everybody else in your life, anybody you meet or will meet. So bear that in mind and make good choices. Anyway, this has been your installment of story time for this wonderful Saturday morning. Enjoy your coffee. Enjoy the rest of your day.